you know, when you're small, you always have that dream of having one day a big bakkie or some of your fast cars, you know, and my dream was always a big 4x4 car, because we didn't know it. So yes, yeah, so spoke to my brother-in-law and he said, no, maybe we must do something, because this is quite an expensive exercise. And yeah, and after 2 years my dreams come true.
Dream, search, drive. Cars.co.za.
Keep your adventure alive, because when it comes to finding the right part at the right price, there's just no place like Midas for the love of cars.
Hi, I'm Nico.
And ek is Willem.
Yeah, we're driving the Chevy 69 model, and Willem is actually the planner of this whole project. And inside here is the E55 Mercedes-Benz engine. And yeah, I think he can take us further on this one, all the small details of how did he did it.
It started about 2 years ago. Nico was looking for a Chevy Bakkie, and he showed me some pictures of a red Chevy Bakkie, not the C20, it was actually C10. But we came across this one in Marketplace, but it was a C20, so it's the long, but it was in very good condition, very little rust. And we went and look at it, and then we made the guy an offer, and we loaded it on the bakkie, and it started from there.
I told Willem in the beginning, I don't want a Sunday bakkie. If we build this thing, we must do it properly so that I can use it for everywhere. So if I can, I want to take it, and yeah, I want to drive all over, you know, not only for Sunday afternoons. So yeah, so the plan was to go everywhere when I want to do.
He wanted a special engine. He didn't want the old Chevy 350 and, you know, something different. And I looked on the internet for a newer V8 that we can still run with maybe a local management, which is a bit difficult. But then I came across the E55 with a supercharged, and then you can always add a pulley or whatever and make more power. With a normal aspirated one, you're a bit limited, you know. And I told him about it, and yeah, he said, no, let's do that. Also, when he saw the look of the engine, it's a pretty engine without covers and stuff. A bit difficult to make it run. We had a lot of help from the owner of Blue Arc ECU. He put in a lot of effort, and some of the software was written specifically to make this engine work. It's got 2 drive-by-wire throttles, one on top and one in between the supercharger, so it bypasses the supercharger just above idle. And he made his ECU so that this engine can be run from a local ECU, and it works perfect. Imported bigger pulleys and a belt kit and everything. So yeah, I think it should be around 400 kilowatts.
I think the whole thing is, if you put in an E55 Merc engine, you can have also much more power, you know, because if you have this nice bakkie, if you want to press the pedal, you want to move. So that was the plan behind it. The old engines is not that powerful, not at all.
And he said, yeah, let's try that. Try with a new engine, but still the old gearbox. So you still have the column shift.
And I think the difficult thing was to get a shift, to still have the old look inside with the Merc engine. So yeah, and this engine is very good, high performance, strong.
So I just made an adapter plate, made it cut, and then I measured those, what the size is. So they fitted the Mercedes torque converter, they cut it in half, they fit the back of that onto the Chevy converter, and that makes the process easy. Then that old gearbox works on a new engine. first we had the TH350, which was actually fine.
100% right, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a 3-speed.
Yeah, it was a built box, built for the kilowatt. But then Nico wanted the 4th gear. So then we took the 700 R4 box, which works with a cable to put the pressures on the line. And that thing broke. I think we broke it 3 times.
Yeah, that was a nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah, we broke it 3 times, and then we got to the 4L ATE. So after the 700 R4, we've got an old Wimmy then in Johannesburg South, which he built the gearboxes, and he told us, no, get a 4L ATE. It's a very big box with a very big converter, but it can handle the horsepower. And since then, there's no issues.
Yeah.
It's just heavy, that's all, but it's a very, very strong gearbox. And yeah, we started with that just after we got the bakkie.
So it take us about 3 years
Yeah, 2-3 years, yeah.
to finish it from the start. And so if you have something like that, you want to enjoy it. I mean,
It's not a show bakkie, you want to use the bakkie. Pull his caravan, yeah.
yeah, so we done a few trips. We did the Clarence trip, hazy view twice, once with the caravan. And so that was actually that, but it was very nice, enjoyable. We enjoyed it. It's like the Dream inside. It's in soft seats. The sound is beautiful, and I enjoy the ride. Some people will stop by me and say, "Listen, but is it really a compressor engine inside here?" Then so then I said, "Yes, it is." I mean, but it's impressive. People like it, and especially the people who know these cars or bakkies. They said this is a good job. I mean, this engine in this bakkie, it's one of a kind. And one thing I like to fix on this bakkie is to fix the aircon, because on a hot day like this it's quite warm. So much better. You can take the long road. I mean,
It's effortless.
yeah, it's nice, and enjoy. You could do your 500-600 k's per day like nothing. It's very nice. So
Now we went to the Free State now and back, and
easily.
you can do 160, then the rev's just underneath 3,000. And it doesn't feel like you're going that fast. It's quiet in the cab, it's sound deadening.
We work around about 4 kilos per liter, and it make it quite expensive. Your trip is not a stay, it's the petrol to get there. But you enjoy the trip so much. So we don't mind the petrol usage.
I think the only thing that you can feel it's an old bakkie is the leaf springs in the front and at the back. We changed the diffs. It's got Detroit lockers now in front and at the back. Yeah, it sounds silly, but the brakes were it was the most difficult part.
That was a hell of a thing to get that right. That was not that easy, because you can't use the old 69 brake shoes, because we have the AMG brake pads in, discs in. So the most difficult thing was the brakes.
To get the right master cylinder to work with that was tricky. And also to make it look nice. You don't want a master cylinder that looks crap in the engine bay. So I think that was one of the most difficult parts, was the brakes.
We actually tried a lot of colors. I mean, 4 different colors. And Willem actually said, well, why don't we try the red of the Golf, the red color, and we start and paint one of the panels that red in it, so we can see, and from there we can see it is a perfect color, and we work from there. So it's actually the Volkswagen red color.
Because you wanted red, but there's so many different reds, and a lot of them have a lot of orange in them. And yes, orange just doesn't work.
Yeah, always like a brown color in.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of reds.
Yeah.
To get the right red,
takes a while.
Yeah, so we copied it from the Volkswagen Golf. As you can see, we try to keep the old look. The radio is actually a new radio, but there's the old look also in the column shift. We also imported the Marshall gauges and put it into the old look. We also try to keep the seat also, just covered with leather. And yeah, when we take the long road, we put in the Rockford speakers and sound system, so the sound is very nice. As you can see, yeah, after a long day trip, you can enjoy a cold one. Short.
Dream, search, drive. Cars.co.za.
Keep your adventure alive, because when it comes to finding the right part at the right price, there's just no place like Midas. For the love of cars.